Another beautiful day and another beautiful day. Here we are to review yet another Godzilla set of figures and of course another set of Godzilla bootlegs brought to you by Amazon Prime. Yeah. So hello and welcome all. Here we are for another video again. And more bootlegs. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's very classy of me. More bootlegs, you know? Everyone loves bootlegs. I mean, as long as they're good though, that's really all that matters. So yeah, here we have a set, and get ready for this long name. Set of 6 pieces, mini Godzillas, dinosaur with movable joints, play sets, toys, action figures, kids gifts. Boy, that was a long one. Anyway, these are bootleg Bandai figures. I think, judging from the looks, I think you can tell which ones. 3 of these were originally 6 inches, and they all pretty much sized them down to 3. And, well, yeah, these are bootlegs. You can find them anywhere online, like the last ones. Yeah, so let's get to it. I don't know who to start out with, so let's start out with this dude. Here's our boy. He is exactly 3 inches. And he is, well, he's Shin Godzilla. He's based off that 2016 incarnation. So, details side, he's obviously good because they ripped off the sculpt. And I like how, unlike the original, they're not afraid to like get sharp. Like the spines are really sharp. I don't know if you can see what it did to my finger there. The spines are really sharp. I like how everything is sharp. The tail, you have the feet with extra plastic everywhere. The hands, which look nice here. The face looks beautiful, but in terms of paint, that's where it's not so beautiful, because in terms of the face, his eyes are really big, and so are his teeth, and they're sloppily painted, and so is the chest, and so is the toes. But other than that, I like how they did the spines, and although the tail isn't too great, it's still not really that bad. And overall, he's this glossy black with some grays in there, interestingly enough. And yeah, I like it. It's a pretty nice bootleg so far. And for articulation, like the original, his legs go full 360. Yeah, full 360. His hands do move, interestingly enough, unlike the original. That is cursed. So how is he compared to the original? Well, in terms of size, you can see the original is a whole lot bigger. The original can't move his arms like the bootleg. The paint is quite different. Size is different. Similarities, there are some, but differences, there are some. So overall, if I told you to get the original or the bootleg, I'd honestly see either one is fine. I don't really think one is better over the other. I mean, this one has better paint. This one has better articulation, you know? So really, I don't recommend one over the other. Whichever you get is honestly fine. So overall, really good bootleg. I like it. Next, bootleg. And as I feared, he really is the worst of the whole set. And as soon as I saw the images, I went, oh no. I mean, you know your figure's gonna be bad when A, it's a bootleg, B, you're ripping off Playmate Space Godzilla, which we went over as one of the worst. And then C, pair that with just awful paint, and well, you sure do have a good figure. This dude is also 3 inches, but as you can see, everything is wrong about him. I think the first thing that comes to your mind is what the heck is wrong with his arm. As you can see, they gave him a left arm on his left. Look at that. What is wrong? Why did they do this? They gave him the wrong arm. Look at that. That looks so weird. I'm not gonna ask for a refund or anything, but come on. Oh my god. We haven't even reviewed him and he's already deformed. Look at that. Oh my god. I cannot. Oh boy. This guy's gonna be good. Articulation. His arms can move unlike the original, even though one of the arms is wrong. Anyway, his legs can swiftly move, which is pretty good. And for a sculpt, it's fine. Not much to talk about. Tail's pretty long. I like the tail. It's pretty cool. I like the shoulder crystals and the legs, and that's about it. Paint, it's fine. It's sloppily painted, and it's just no good. So compare it to the original. What am I gonna say? It's not better over the original. In fact, I'd say the original is better. The only thing worthy of this figure is that his arms can move and so can his legs, but that's about it. An okay figure. He's only gonna get a 3.2 out of 10, especially with that deformed arm. Welcome to the Space Godzilla family, you filthy animal. Next up, Godzilla 2014. He too is 3 inches, and as you can see, he looks very nice. In terms of articulation, his hands go full 360 and they don't fall off, which I'm going to talk about in a bit. And the same applies to the legs here. In terms of details, it's obviously good because again, they ripped off Bandai. Spines in the middle actually, like the original. Details look pretty good. It's detailed to the max. As you can see, there's extra plastic on his spines which make them not sharp, unfortunately. His face actually doesn't look that bad. Looks pretty good. So in terms of against the original, this guy wins for paint, but this guy wins for articulation. They're almost the same size and they both look fine. So again, just like with the Shin, I don't really prefer one over the other. If you get either one, that's great though. Welcome to the Mini Monsterverse Godzilla family collection, you amazing animal. Next up, Godzilla Earth. The anime that everyone disliked. So anyway, going over the figure, he's pretty great. He's chonky. And I like how, well, actually we'll leave that for the comparison to the original, but pretty much it's good detail and paint. Fine. This dude is also 3 inches, and I like the shininess and the metallic and glossy look this guy has. He's easily one of my favorites. As you can see, he is quite beautiful. For articulation, hands go full 360, and same applies to the legs. So comparing it to the original, you can see the new one is a lot more glossy. The details don't pop out as much like this guy. However, these two are like the others. The bootlegs do things better than the original. Like, I like how the spines are kind of like skinny and thin compared to the original. The original is very thick. And I also like how there's spines in the middle, which you can see, and they don't have any on there. I also like how his tail curves, but his is just kind of straight. I don't like how his tail starts out gigantic to small, but I like how his is a nice transition. So you can see both of them have things about them that make them different, but unique and special and cool in their own ways. So again, whichever one you get, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you want one that looks cleaner, this guy. If you want one that's very sharp and thin, this guy. So really not bad bootleg. This guy gets a 9 out of 10 for me. 1954. This is not my first 1954 figure, but it is my first small one. How is he? Well, let's find out. 3 inches, and for articulation, like the original, his hands move a full 360, and so do his legs. There you go. In terms of paint, it's fine. It's gray with light gray, and that's about it. And then you have the eyes and teeth, white, you know. And for sculpt, it's really good. I like how, again, the spines are sharp. The nails are sharp, and the sculpt's pretty amazing. I love it overall. So against the original, he's fine. However, in this case, I do think the original is better. But if you want him in mini form or like, you know, safer to play with, you could say, then it's the 3 inch. So honestly, this wasn't a bad figure. I give him a 9 out of 10. Godzilla 2000, the last one of the set. For size, unlike his counterpart, he is 3 inches, and he can move his arms a full 360, and then his feet also do a full 360. He's this very shiny black, which is oddly accurate to the real character and incarnation. Then some very dark but shiny purple spines, some eye-popping yellows for his nose, teeth, and eyes, and then a pink tongue. Sculpt's really good. I still like how, although these are bootlegs, they maintain the original accurate sculpt, and they kind of change a few things to make it look even better. This looks really good, actually. I do have the original Bandai they ripped off, but I can't get it right now because it's in a ton of boxes. So our boy here gets a 10 out of 10. I actually really like him, and I do know what the original figure was like, and I gotta say, compared to it, he's really good. So there you guys go. Here we have it, the set of 6 pieces. You can find them anywhere online, and they range with different figures in the sets as well. I don't really recommend any over the other. They're all amazing, except Space Godzilla. We don't really need him in the set, especially with that deformed arm. Anyway, I like how, unlike the originals, they do kind of do things different, whether it be tightening his joints so that when you take a 360, they don't fall off, making his spines thin and accurate, or giving him a blacker color. Like, they did things different than the original, and that's what I appreciate. 10 out of 10 set. Although I'm going to have to take a point because of this guy. Still a nice set. Thank you all for watching.